Okay, so I don't want to start off this video with a ton of fluff. So let's just get right into it. We're gonna do an unboxing. We've got a ton of deliveries here. And I just thought, oh, this would be fun to add to the beginning of this video and make it a little lighthearted because I'm kind of planning on sharing some things with you that I just decided this morning that I was going to. Yesterday, I kind of went on a little rant on Instagram, like for my close friends on there, just kind of like talking about life and some struggles and kind of just like where I'm at with things. So I'm going to elaborate on those things, and then we did like a Q&A in the video. So I'm going to answer some of those questions here for you today. If you're new here, my name is Stevie Hahn. I'm a real estate agent, and actually my name is Stevie Rutherford. I just got married last November, and I did all the name change things. So yeah, I'm Stevie Rutherford, a real estate agent in Northeast Florida. But yeah, we'll dive into the real estate side of things. Okay, so let me just show you. This is the first thing that I got. And awesome. So you probably can't see it, but I wanted to get a strap for my camera, like not one that I have a camera strap. It goes like completely around my neck. It's really thick, kind of clunky. And so I just think sometimes it'll be really nice to be able to like put this clip on the camera and just have it around my wrist. So like, yeah, I think it'll be nice. I ordered this off of Etsy. It kind of looks a little cheap. It was probably like 30 bucks. So I'm happy with it for now. Okay, let's go on to the next item. All right. Okay, so this one, let's see, is it? Yeah, it's from Kender Beauty. So it's the only like monthly box subscription that I utilize. I absolutely love it because I'm really into clean products. So I've switched out my makeup. I've switched out my skincare routine. And so this is a company that monthly, they always like send you something or send you a box of items. And I just feel like it's nice to like try different clean products because, you know, I'm just going through and I have some staples that I have, but I'm open to trying new things. So let me share with you guys what I got. This looks so great. Okay, so a sensitive whitening premium toothpaste. The brand is David's. Looks good. And then we've got hair care, deep cleanse purifying tonic. I don't know why that was so hard. Use section dry hair and spray product directly onto the scalp until covered. Leave on for 1 minute and then shampoo. So little deep cleanse scalp treatment. That sounds fun. And then we have a liquid face mask. Body cream. I'm here for this. I love this size so I can like take it on the road with me. And then it looks like, ooh, some eye balm. Love. I am excited about this. So yeah, this is a really affordable box, and I know I can give you a code or some kind of promo or a link for you to try it out yourself, and I will share it below. Okay. We are definitely going to need a trash pile. Okay, super excited about this. So I have been trying to play pickleball. I've been playing with my mom and John. He's been really into it. He's been playing pickleball every Sunday with his friends. And like sometimes he'll be gone for 3 hours up there. So they absolutely love it. So I got a pickleball paddle. Oh my gosh. It's so stinking cute. Oh my gosh. I love it. Oh, it's so much lighter. So I guess like what makes a pickleball paddle good is if like the lighter that it is. So I'm so excited about this. Maybe I can get John to play later. Don't know why this, like having the nice paddle makes me more excited, but I'm so excited. They have like really cute pickleball bags online, but like 200 bucks. And I already have a bag that I do like. I got it from Amazon for like 30 bucks. So it's for tennis rackets, but I mean, the tennis racket is bigger than this, but it works because it fits the pickleball balls. So we're just gonna rock with the $30 Amazon pickleball bag for now, but super excited about this. I'm so excited. Okay, moving on. So this is a package from Our Place. And they have kitchenware. So I already have a pan from them, but it's small. And it's a little bit pricier, but John is really particular about, I mean, everything. But like, as far as like foods, like we only eat organic and everything has to be like grass-fed or pasture-raised, like premium meats. So when it comes to kitchenware, he's particular as well, like no plastic. We had to replace all of our plastic Tupperware with Pyrex, like the glass containers. And as far as like pans, like he wants a specific, or wants to make sure it's a good quality brand. So apparently Our Place meets the cut. So I got this smaller pan, and we just need a bigger pan for things. And we have pots, like I think this is what this is. Yeah, we have big pots for like pasta or bigger dishes like soups and stuff. If we're not doing it in the crock pot, oh neat. It comes with a natural sponge, made for scrubbing away at the dishes you left to soak in the sink. Soak sponge in water to activate and get to scrubbing. Interesting. It comes with some recipes. So we have some big pots, but they're not like quality and could be replaced. So I guess we'll probably be replacing that now. So the small pan that I got is this sage color that I wanted to match. I do like how, I don't know if this one would have it, but probably on the bigger pan and with the small pan that we have, it has like this little, I'll show you on the next one, but it has a little place so that you can set the spoon on the ledge so that you're not having to like put it anywhere else, if that makes sense. But ooh, it's just so pretty. Your new roasting rack. Perfect. Makes perfectly cooked meat, veggies, and more. Awesome. I guess that's what this is for. I feel like it's a little bit smaller than what we have, but I think it will work. I do really like that dark green. They call it sage online. They have a ton of colors on there that you can choose from, but I don't know, I really like the dark green. Okay, so like I mentioned, we have here the Our Place pan. That's just bigger than the one that we have now. Be able to cook more stuff on it, and yeah, it's gonna look just like what we have, but a little bit bigger. Comes with this nice lid. Looks like we got another sponge. I don't remember getting that last time. Okay, awesome. Your new nesting steamer basket for dumplings, veggies, and more. Here it is. Awesome. Can't wait to cook with those goodies. Okay, so we are almost to the end. This is for my office because in my office, it's like the front room. It has massive windows. We do have plantation shutters. And then above the plantation shutters is like this half circle. And after we moved in, like, and working in that room, I was like, this room gets so hot. And I mean, I would be like sweating in there. So we got the top part tinted. And then most of the time, like, I mean, with the plantation shutters, I will have them like partially open sometimes, but it still gets warm in there. And so I'm like, all right, let's look into maybe getting some curtains to be able to like cover it all up, like just in the afternoon. Like if I'm in there in the afternoon for a couple hours, like, man, it just gets so hot. I hope I ordered the right size rod, but it's a really nice gold. Cause like sometimes with gold, I don't know, I feel like it can be a little much, like harsh, yellowy. This is almost like It's a little too light, I think. No, I think it's going to be perfect. So I got it from Target. So we have someone that helps us every day at home. We've had her for like almost a year now. An amazing, amazing woman that helps us keep our life together every day. So I will have her hang out these curtains. But, okay, so I got some of the actual curtains. So hopefully it looks like, I like the color. I didn't want anything like super busy. I don't know if you can really see because of the light. It's like a beigey, white, cream color. So I think it'll work. All right, and basically that's gonna wrap it up. Oh, I got ovulation strips. Okay, now let's sit down and just chat. Let's just chat. I grabbed a coffee for our little coffee chat. Okay, so on Instagram the other day, I kind of went on a little bit of a rant on my close friends tab on Instagram and was just kind of like sharing with you guys about some struggles that I'm having lately. And I thought for this video, which I am petrified right now, I might like start sweating. I'm so nervous to just like talk about all these things, but is that my mom? Oh my gosh, I think it is. Yeah. She lives a couple houses down from me. And so, yeah, she just came back from walking her dog. I almost said our dog. Her dog. Okay, so anyways, kind of going through just this transition of life and also withdrawing from something, which is just crazy to share. And so I also did like, hey, ask me any questions and I'll answer them on my YouTube video. I did that on Instagram. So let's just dive into it. Okay, so first things first is I have been in real estate for 8 years now. And it's just been, I want to say like it was such a grind, but like I made it that way because I wanted to be uber successful. And, you know, if you want to be successful in anything and start any type of business, like you really have to put in the time. And so long story short, I feel like where I'm at right now is I'm just not excited about real estate. So I was sharing how it's been a struggle because I'm not excited to show up on Instagram doing buyer seller tips or doing videos like that on YouTube. But it's like, well, then what does the social media look like for me? Especially since I don't want to say like I'm not practicing real estate because I am. I still have clients that I'm personally working with. But I have been referring out my buyers and sellers. So like I still want the leads to come in so that I can pass them off and still be able to make some money. Like that is just the God honest truth. That's like where I am at right now with real estate. And so I have decided what I'm going to do, and that's what I'm going to do today, is I'm going to plan out some coffee and contracts content. So like I never have been on this side of things where I struggled with content ideas for my real estate business. It's always been really natural for me because I was able to get out there, do behind the scenes, share, do photos like while I was out and about doing things. I had a ton of content with new listings and just sold, and I was on Instagram stories every day, just talking about my day, what's going on, giving tips, suggestions for other realtors, for buyers, for sellers, like all in 24/7, never running out of content ideas. And now I'm like, I'm not doing any of those things. So what do I do? So I've been thinking about this and to just wrap that up quickly. And just to like wrap this up, I basically have just decided that today I'm going to go through coffee and contracts and just get some filler posts out there for my team Instagram page. And that's kind of where I'm at with it right now, and I'm okay with it. Now, if you haven't been following me on Instagram, I have been really into photography. Like I haven't been really into real estate, but I've just had this like these thoughts in my mind of like, I don't mind working. I feel like I have really good work ethic and, you know, I don't mind doing it. I just want to do something that I'm super passionate about, that I feel like is rewarding. And, you know, I'm all about like helping other women business owners. So I kept going back and forth for a while. Like, what does this look like? Do I do another course? Cause like that was so fun. That was successful. But I mean, I would totally feel like a fraud doing a course like about real estate because I'm not like in it like I was before. So I just felt like that wouldn't be a good fit. I didn't want to coach agents or mentor agents and do some kind of program that way because I'm not really practicing. So I thought, okay, maybe I could help other real estate agents or even other women business owners with their social media. And that's where I kind of like went down the thought of photography. So I've always been really interested in photography. I've always gotten professional photos done for myself and for my business. And I was interested in getting a really nice camera. So I just spent a lot of time. I signed up for a course so that I could learn the camera, learn more about branding photography, learning about editing, different equipment. I did not give photographers enough credit. Holy shit, there is so much to learn. And like, I will always be learning, always be evolving. It's like the same thing with real estate. It's just, you can't know it all, I think. So I've really been enjoying it though. So I've kind of decided, okay, let's offer branding photography for other real estate agents or women small business owners that they can use on their website, marketing materials, and social media. Like everybody needs this, no matter what service they provide or what product they have, they need to get branding photos. This is where the struggle is I'm like, what type of content do I share? Like, sure, yeah, I'll share images from other people, but I know I need to show the behind the scenes. I know I need to share like tips and suggestions and, so I'm not used to this. Like, I'm not used to like having to sit down and try to come up with some content ideas. So that's my plan today is I have Notion that I absolutely love, and I'm going to take notes and just I want to be able to create videos on YouTube, but I can also incorporate those just like I did before with real estate for my photography video, where I can create videos for my clients, like saying like why you need branding photos, like how can you utilize these images, how to prepare for the shoot. So that's what I'm planning on doing today is like really taking time here to lay out those content ideas. And I have to tell you, ChatGPT, I am so impressed by. I tried it out when it first was released and I was like, okay, cool. Like I thought some of the answers and things that it wrote out for me, like it was good, but I think they've really enhanced a lot of things on there, I'm guessing, because I am just absolutely blown away by the things that you can do. I was on there asking them to create checklists for me, Instagram captions, email, like helping me like with an email intro, helping me with like the actual body of the email. Like it's honestly mind blowing. So I'm planning on like dabbling with that today and getting a lot of content planned out. And then there's this whole other aspect with planning out content where you are having to, write everything down. You're having to, come up with some type of script or bullet points, getting some ideas together. But then it's, okay, now we have to create this content, whether or not it's images, video, or both. So once I get everything written out on paper, I'm going to figure out next week, like, okay, when can I go and like, do I want to get my hair done? Do I want to get my makeup done? When can I record these videos? So that'll be kind of like part 2 of figuring out getting the content ready. And yes, so one other thing, I am traveling, and I have been doing this the last couple of months where if I was traveling to a city, I was offering branding photography for those of you that are real estate agents and small business owners. And so that we can work together. I can photograph you, work some magic, and it's been so much fun. So I'm going to be in Houston, Texas, middle of April. And then after that, where am I going? Where am I going? Let me look at my calendar really fast. Of course, it's having me log in. Like if you want to be able to shoot photos with me, you got to hear this. So April 13th, I will be in Houston, Texas, and I already have the location. I already have a link. I'll share it below where you can sign up and snag a spot. I have 4 spots available, and I'm doing them at like really affordable prices. The following week, so the 20th of April, I'm going to be in Chicago. I need to lock in those details today, and I will share the link in the description, or just send me a DM on Instagram and I'll send it over to you. So we'll be in Chicago the end of April. May, I don't think I really have a whole lot planned. I think I'm going to try to schedule some stuff in May for here in Jacksonville. But in June, I will be in LA. I'm going to a branding photography retreat. So I want to be able to offer some photos there. You know, I have a girlfriend who's in Vegas that's going to drive down. So if you're like in the LA area, let me know so I can get those dates over to you. And then the last week of June, I'm going to be in Maryland. So we're really excited to be traveling and doing these types of things. Okay, so let's wrap up. I did do like a short Q&A on Instagram, and I did get a couple questions. So I thought it'd be really fun to answer those for you here in this video. I was going to share something else with you guys that, I don't know, for some reason it just doesn't, I didn't have this huge elaborate plan to share it, but this morning I was like, all right, I think I'm going to share it on the YouTube video today, but something just doesn't feel right about it. So sorry to like say this and then be like, sorry, I'm actually not going to share with you, but I think I'm just going to hold off for now. So let's do this Q&A. How's real estate investing side of things coming along? Pros and cons, and will you continue? So I didn't do a YouTube video on this. I shared it on Instagram that John and I flipped our first property. And okay, so I don't want to share like too many details about people or things and like specifics. So I'm going to be kind of vague, but basically we had this opportunity to purchase this house and at a really, really good price, so that there was a lot of wiggle room for mess ups. We had people helping us that ultimately just wasn't up to par. They weren't good fits. Some people like seriously screwed us over. It was very challenging, and we most definitely learned so much that we do think the next time will be better. But I don't want to say like too much. And I don't know, you just never know who ends up watching these videos. So long story short, I think we know what we would do differently next time. Certainly afterwards, I was like, yeah, I'm never doing this again. I think now that there's been a little bit more time, I'd be open to it. I know John is open to it. He's like, if the numbers make sense, like he would be open to doing it again. But it was like the craziest things ever that were happening to us. But I will share this with you because I have never had this happen before, and it was so crazy. So one of the guys that was helping us in the beginning, one of the contractors that we had hired, he ultimately didn't finish the job, and I fell off the face of the earth. And so we were scrambling we'd already paid this person, and then we were scrambling to find someone else to finish the job. And then of course, we had to pay that person for them doing their job. So weeks go by. I guess this person had been calling somebody that we had been working with on the project without going into too many logistics, and the person didn't answer the phone. So this would have saved us so much headache. But anyways, we had to go through it. So come to find out, the title company tells us, so we were closing on a Monday, I believe. And the title company tells us on Friday at literally minutes before 5 p.m. when they're going to be closed, and tells us, oh yeah, there's a lien on the property. And we're like, what? So we're scrambling to figure this out. Of course, they're closed. So all weekend we are like, what is happening? What is going on? We find out that this person that was initially working with us in the beginning, who didn't finish the job and skipped town, he had filed this lien against us. And we were like, we do not owe this person money. And so we finally get on the phone with them. Like they were like, oh, screw you, didn't want to talk to us. Finally got him to talk to us, and he doesn't live here anymore. He now lives in Colorado. And so we're like, hey, here's proof of like us, we paid you. We need you to sign off on these forms from the title company stating that we do not, and we need to close this. We get, we're in touch with the guy, and we set up a notary to meet with him, and the notary ends up having incorrect documents. And so we're like, just scribble it out and fill XYZ in. And they were like, no, that's illegal. Can't do that. You'll have to reset. You'll have to like put in a new order for a new notary. So this guy, he wasn't willing to help us out at all. We were like, just go to a printer, print off these documents, and then sign it with the notary. And he was like, no, like apparently he was in this podunk town in Colorado, and he was saying that there's no printers around. And he was like over it. He was like, it's end of day. He was saying he wasn't feeling good and he was going home. So we were like, oh, hell no. We need to get this settled today so that we can close on Monday. So ultimately, we called the title company and we had them put in like an expedited order for a notary. It ends up getting accepted, which apparently there's only like 2 notaries in this area. The guy ends up accepting the job, and then we have to tell him like, hey, you have to go to this guy's motel. He doesn't want to meet, but he said you can come to his motel. He says not feeling good, so maybe wear a mask. And he said he was going to be napping, so be sure to bang on the door. I'm like, what notary is going to accept this job? It was wild. It ended up working out. The notary went to the house. They got the document signed. It got it sent back. And yeah, that was just the craziest thing ever. So it was just like wild experiences like that were super unique, that probably would never happen again. So I feel open to doing another transaction, but this was some things I feel like would have made things easier for us. Is that property that we were flipping was like 45 minutes from us with like no traffic. So it just wasn't realistic for us to always be there or let anyone in or make sure that jobs were done correctly, to check in on things, to see how things were going. It just wasn't realistic for us to make this trip because we also work all day. Especially John, he's so busy. That is one thing that I'm like, okay, I would like it for it to be a house that is closer for us to be able to do those types of things. And then another thing that I'll mention is we certainly like had chosen people who were the cheapest. It wasn't John and I's decision, it was someone else's. And I just feel like, we knew that it's not the best option, especially some of them were like friends, and it was like, no, that sounds horrible. Let's go with this other person. And so I think us just having like more of a voice through it all would probably be more beneficial. But like, we also work full time. So like, if this was our job, I feel like some people are really successful with it and like it's their job to do it. And for us, like we have so many other things going on. So anyways, that's kind of where we're at with that. Okay, let's see what other questions that we have. Oh, and what happened to your assistant? Okay, so Brielle asked this question. Basically, she was the director of operations for the team, and she was really great. I have nothing negative to say about her. I think ultimately I was kind of going through the start of transitioning of not feeling like passionate and excited about real estate. She had gotten pregnant, was planning on leaving at the end of the year. She ultimately just had like a lot of things going on in her life, like multiple deaths. She was in Washington, and I think ultimately it was kind of like, okay, probably best for both of us if we had parted ways. So that's pretty much the gist with it. I feel like I learned a lot through that experience, and some good things, but I think some of the things that I learned was I went from like 0 to 100 with bringing her on. The year prior, I had done like 18 million in sales by myself, and I just felt like, okay, it's time to bring on some help. Like I had a transaction coordinator like I do now, but I want to bring on some more help. So I brought on this person, like coincidentally, she had reached out because she wanted to leave the team that she was with. And I thought I could provide like what it was that she was looking for, like to be able to work from home, be able to be remote, and give her the pay that she wanted and have her be full time. And I think that was just a lot for me to take on. Like, I wish I would have just started out with like a VA or an assistant part-time versus like guns blazing full-time. I feel like I could have just hired a VA for those tasks. It would have been cheaper, a lot less pressure on myself. And ultimately, like, I didn't really see like a huge gain in my business bringing her on. So yeah, I just wish I would have like started out slow. And then I brought her on and she had experience with bringing on agents for her previous team. So I was kind of hoping like a lot of tasks would be like on her shoulders, like for her to like take this and run. And I think I had the wrong expectation with that I was the leader, that I should be the one like running the show. And because ultimately I don't think she was well equipped to do that. So yeah, also like with the team, we brought on like a ton of agents at once, all brand new agents who aren't even doing business now or like very, very, very sporadically. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I think as someone who's like a team lead and the goals that I had, my goal was to work less. My goal was to pass these leads off that I was bringing on. My goal was to be a mentor for them. But ultimately, I think it just was really unenjoyable for me because I was just having like, I just felt constant disappointment with like them not knowing like how to be resourceful with finding answers, or them like, you know, not knowing how to fill out a contract, or just like a lot of the basic things. Like we would do like mock showings and I'd be like, oh, do you have a survey for this home? And they would be like, what's a survey? And there's nothing wrong with any of that. Like I was in that place too when I first got started. But I think the problem was I didn't want to be that person for them. I wanted to pass my leads off. I wanted to show them like tools and resources for them to utilize. And like, I was paying for everything. It was like, I was there to help in a sense, but at the same time, like I wanted to work less. So I don't know if any of that made sense. Like I feel like if I had specific questions and someone to banter with throughout this, like I'd probably be able to explain this much, much better, but it's kind of challenging. Okay, so it's several hours later and I know we were in the middle of doing the Q&A, but I want to take a break because I ended up getting a delivery and I think this is something really fun to share with you if you are someone who wears glasses. So Warby Parker, they do have a location here in Jacksonville in the St. John's Town Center, but you can do all of this online. I thought it was super neat. So I have been needing new glasses. The ones I have a big head, so I feel like I do order like more wider frames, but these particular ones never stay on my face. I will have them tightened and then a couple days later, they're like falling off and it's so annoying. And I would love to wear glasses more. So I just don't love going there, trying it on, yada, yada. So anyways, on the Warby Parker website, you can go onto their website. You can try on glasses virtually, but that isn't enough for me. But something that Warby Parker offers is for you to be able to order the glasses and they'll ship them to your house for you to be able to try on at home. So that is what I have here. They sent this box and anyone can do this. And obviously these are not prescription. They're just, you know, clear regular lenses for you to try on, and then they will send you the ones that you order with the prescription. Okay. So you get up to 5 pairs. I chose 5 and I'm going to try them on for you. And I would love for you guys to let me know below in the comments which ones you like. There's definitely some on here that I'm like immediate no, but all right, let's go. Let's do the first one here. So here's the first pair. Can you guys see? These are nice. They're a nice wide frame. I feel like they're a good color. It's kind of hard to see because of the glare, so I'll kind of move my head around a little bit for you. Okay, so this will be pair number 1. I probably should have cleaned them before showing you, but that's okay. Pair number 2. These are so fun and definitely different than anything I would ever pick out. Very like cat eye style. What do you guys think? It has like this navy on the corner, which is different. And then I just really love the gold frames. Okay, so that'll be number 2. Let me know. Okay, these ones are actually John's favorite. These are like my 3rd favorite. Here we go, here we go. These ones John loved. They're like cat eye style as well. What do you guys think? Because okay, so I already ordered a pair. So I'm really curious to see if like you guys end up picking the one that I already ordered. This one is John's favorite. So I will tell you I did not order these, but depending on what you say, maybe I will. I do feel like they're reasonably priced. We have 2 more to share. Pair number 4. Let's see. This one I feel like is too small for my head. I have a big head. All right, last pair. I love the clear. I actually have a pair of clear glasses that are just like the Blu-ray ones, not prescription, that I got on Amazon. So these look similar, but they're smaller than the ones that I have. And I just think they're too small for my face. But let me know what you guys think below in the comments. Okay. All right, so as I package this up and put this away, I'm gonna answer a question that I got, and that was Jessica out in Vegas. She had asked, I think she said something about like building a team, and I'm just gonna chat with you guys and then we'll probably wrap up this video, but I will chat with you about the team. I don't feel credible to give anyone advice on starting a team and how they should do it and how to run a successful team. I did try doing a team last year. As I kind of touched on with having an assistant, I thought that was like the next step for me and what I wanted to do. But like I mentioned, I feel as though I just wanted to pass off leads. I didn't want to be this constant person for people to reach out every single day, constant questions. My goal was to be more hands-off. And when you're bringing on brand new agents, like that's just not realistic. So anyways, I feel as though, yeah, it didn't work out. I'm not doing the team thing. I'm referring out business. I'm handling some business. I have my transaction coordinator looking to hire somebody to help me, like a VA with some things virtually. If you know of anyone or you yourself are looking for probably just something part-time to start, let me know, because I also want I want a VA for my real estate business, but also for photography. Okay, so I just want to have a super quick talk about starting a team. I want to share with you a couple things that I'm just thinking of off the top of my head that I learned with the team. So I did touch base on this a little bit on a podcast I was recently on, Call Before Showing. I love the name of that podcast, Call Before Showing. So cute. You guys got to go check it out. And before I decided to start the team, I reached out to people who have a team and I was like, what are the pros? What are the cons? I want to learn like as much as I can prior to getting into this. And I probably should have had a coach. Now I know, like I definitely should have had a coach if I really wanted to take the team seriously. But anyways, so I feel as though something that was not talked about to me until after like I decided like the team thing was not for me. First of all, I feel like nobody's talking about this. Like no one is talking about how like they started a team and it didn't work out, and like sharing like their mistakes or what they learned or like the true cons of it. Maybe I need to do an entire video on this topic, but just thinking off some things off the top of my head of mistakes I made and things that I learned. I already mentioned, like I wish I would have hired a VA. I wish I would have started slow, started part-time before like going all in, hiring someone full-time, director of operations. I feel like I wish I would have just started slow. Another thing is that it was just so extremely hard managing different types of people and their personalities and their expectations. I think overall, like there is just this facade that real estate is easy, or that it's so flexible, that people make so much money, and that when you join a team, like you're just gonna have an abundant of leads, and that's not always the case. And I think that when you're first starting out, like you have to grind. And I think with where like the position that I'm in now, and with having a team, like these agents didn't get to see that side of me. They see the side of me that like stays home and gets referrals, and I think like they were wanting that, but not wanting to work for that. And I could tell them as much as I could. Like I used to do 3 open houses a weekend. I used to door knock. I was posting on Instagram like all day, every day, engaging, like, all the putting on events, like all the things that I was doing. They didn't get to see that side of me. And so I think that was just something really hard to gauge. I didn't really know how to manage, like, these people would say that they'd have goals and then, they wouldn't follow through with it, like ever. And they would always have the craziest excuses, or just like didn't do it, or, really struggled a lot. I think it's a lot of like mindset. Like you can learn market stats, you can learn how to negotiate, but you also have to learn how to have a positive mindset, especially in this career. And I think some of them really struggled with that. Anyways, I feel like I could go on and on talking about this. Long story short, I do not feel credible to give anyone advice on starting the team. I didn't enjoy it. It was not for me. And I'm happy that I tried it, even though it was a fail, because I would always be thinking, I wish I would have started a team. I wonder what that would be like. I mean, you just don't know until you go through it. And so anyways, I'm just so much happier now. And the way that I'm running my business, my real estate business, I'm so happy. And yeah, so that's just where I'm at right now with things. I don't know if I even had other questions. Oh, I have it right here. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Oh my gosh. In 5 years, I will be 40. Holy shit. That is crazy to think. Wow. So 40. Oh my gosh. This is such a good question. I definitely think that we will have kids. That is something on our plate right now that we talk about like almost every single day. We honestly haven't already tried to have kids because we kind of were like, let's wait until after we get married and then we'll try. And then we got married and it was kind of like, it's just scary. I feel like you're never fully ready. Like we are as ready as we will ever be. But so just thinking, we are just like, are we going to have enough help? We have help now at our house every day who like honestly does our dishes, laundry, little house projects that we have. She's talking to like contractors that we just have on the house, like the pool people, the lawn people. Like managing this house has just been a lot. So it's been really beneficial. And I feel like, with the baby, like that'll just be so helpful to still have her, hopefully. But John works full time and, I work as well. Obviously, I would be staying home and not working as much, but I think it's just a matter of like feeling ready to put everything else on the back burner and like having enough help. Because I know like I can't do it all. Like even stepping back from work, I have realistic expectations that it's going to be really hard. And I feel like I can't do it by myself. And of course, like I have John and he's amazing. It is going to be the best dad ever. Oh my gosh. He'll be the best. But he also works full time, leaves early, comes home late sometimes and travels for work. And so I know that a lot of the responsibility will be put on me. So I think it's just a matter of like making sure I'm not going to have any kind of resentment and that I feel fully ready. So long story short, 5 years, really hope to have kids. And I'll probably be working less than what I'm working now, but I hope to be like still sharing videos and sharing like the whole pregnancy journey and sharing our lives. And if we have more than one kid, like sharing that. I just want it to be like helpful for other people. And then also it's just a beautiful thing to be able to like document all of this and have it later on in life. But anyways, I guess that's probably what I'm most excited for right now, besides like my photography side business. Yeah, definitely thinking like we will have kids, in the next 5 years, and just enjoying life with each other, like literally just excited to enjoy life together. Like hopefully John and I will be able to do our hobbies even though we have kids, and we'll still be able to travel with our kids. And that's it. That's what I'm most excited about. And the only thing, like my friends, my family, and that is it. So that's really sweet to talk about. I'll have to let him know that I had to answer that question. Okay, I feel like I talked enough for today. Let me know below if you like this type of content. If you have any questions, I would love to answer them on future videos. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.